Hi everyone. In this video, I'll be going over questions number 13, 14, 15, and 16. Those are the type 3 problems. Okay, so let's get started. So I'll be showing you guys two examples. But again, they're still talking about finding limits. So the concept part is exactly the same. Now, but if you look at this example that we have here, it is a little bit more complex, right? So first of all, if you think about this, if I just automatically substitute 0 into my h, this is going to be 0. I'm going to have something on the top over 0, and this is undefined. Right? This is undefined. So, which means I can't do that. So, what we're going to do is, again, we're going to use our algebra skills to hopefully able to factor some stuff out, and will give us a value that is not undefined, which is our limit. So I'm gonna copy this. Make sure you write that. You guys need to have that every time. So and my numerator is, I'm gonna combine them. I'm going to combine them. I'll get 3 plus h. Okay, let me do that again. This will be 3 plus h multiplied by 3. Right, this is only the top, and I will have 3 minus 3 plus h, and this whole thing over h. Okay, and this is equal to limit. What we can do here is we can combine. So this is this fraction divided by that. In other words, I can combine the bottom. My denominator becomes 3 times h times 3 plus h. Okay? And then my numerator is 3 minus 3 plus h. Sorry, 3 minus 3 minus h. Minus h. I open up the brackets. Okay? And this is equal to, for my denominator, let's see what we have. So I will have 3 times h, and 3 plus h, that's my denominator, and 3 minus 3, that cancels out. I will have negative h. Now what's going to happen to this h and the h in the numerator and the h in the denominator? Again, we can cut them out. So I will have limit of -1 over 3 times 3 plus h. Now, if I substitute the h approaching 0 in here, if I put the 0 in there, am I going to get something that is undefined? No, right? So right now I can evaluate what my limit is. This will be -1 over 3 times 3 plus 0, that gives us 3. So my limit is -1 over 9. -1 over 9 is my limit. So you can see that the in type 3, the questions in type 3, it involves a little bit more algebra. And if you guys be careful, you should be okay. I'll show you guys one more example. It is also type 3. So, and you can see that if I just substitute the 9 into my y, 9 minus 9 gives me 0, and that's not good. My denominator cannot be 0. So let's see what we can do. Okay, so I'm gonna have limit, and copy that. Alright, limit. Okay, my numerator, I'm going to multiply it by itself, but with a different sign. And you guys will see what happens. So 3 minus square root of y, I'm going to multiply that by 3 plus square root of y. Again, what I'm doing here is a plus b, a minus b, that is a squared minus b squared. Okay, so my a in this case is 3, my b is square root y. If I multiply this to my numerator, I need to also multiply this to my denominator. So I'll have y minus 9 multiplied by 3 plus square root of y. And that gives me, this is equal to, so I will have 3 squared, which is 9, minus, this is my 3 is my a, so 3 squared gives me 9. My b is square root y. B squared, so squared and square root cancels out. I will only have 9 minus y. Okay? Now my denominator is a bit more complex, but I'm not going to touch it yet. I'm just going to leave it as y minus 9 and 3 plus square root y. At this point, did you guys see that I have something that's very similar? 9 minus y, y minus 9. They're very similar, right? So all I have to do now is to just change one of their signs. So this is equal to, so let's flip the top. I'll take the negative out. I'll have y minus 9. And the bottom, I will have y minus 9, which we can cut 3 plus square root y. So 1 minus 9, 1 minus 9 cut. And now I can substitute the 9 in here because that's not going to give me something undefined. So I'll have negative 1, and my denominator is 3 plus square root of 9, which is 3. So I'll have negative 1 over 6. Alright, so the ultimate goal that we're trying to do here is to try to factor some stuff out. And we're trying to avoid trying to change the way the equation looks in a way that the denominator is not going to give us something that's undefined. Okay, there are a few tricks, and I'll show you guys 2 examples here that hopefully can help you guys out when you are solving the questions that's a bit more complex. Okay, this is it. This is the last video for your exercise 10-2. If you have any other problems, any questions that you need help, if you need extra help, see me after school, see me during free blocks, or I'll just bring the questions to me on Friday. We'll talk about them. Alright, see you guys. Bye-bye.